A special thanks to Leslie and Dave, Dana and John Lake, who let us know a piece of his life frame a few days ago. 10 years ago, Nanton agreed to join its fête with Senantes, a piece of his heart. Some of you don't know this little village on the border, still a place in Picardy, but just near the Normandy. It's still a real rural village composed by 9 hamlets, surrounded by fields, meadows, hills, and bocages. 650 inhabitants live there. Its origin took place at the beginning of the second millennium. Its church and the medieval Goulancourt castle ruins are still witnesses of this long history. The 4th August 1944, as Dave explained you before, a child who was 9, whose name is Siméon Desloges, and who visited you 10 years ago, saw a bright device flying by upon his family's farm. Frightened, he took the hand of his eldest brother and told him, "Oh, a new sun." A few seconds later, they heard a huge explosion and saw black smoke rising up from a meadow near the hamlet. It was this terrible event where squadron leader Belzagit, Lieutenant Heber and Sergeant leader lost their lives in the fight against the Nazism's madness. This day, the sacrifice of those 3 young airmen crosses the glance of a child. Today, as we celebrate the 10th twinning anniversary, let us keep in our mind the memory of those 3 young men and the glance of a child. It was one of the first roots of the friendship between our both communities. It's good heritage, inherit. 75 years later, despite kilometers and luggages, a sincere bond exists between our villages. Each our meeting in 2009, 2014, and now are milestones. This new meeting made us feeling an intense human hope. Bonds that open our eyes over the borders, that broaden our horizons in concrete and in figurative. In our society, the withdrawal is a real temptation. Let us testify, each of us, the strength of worldwide opening. Concretely, for instance, we can encourage again our young school students to share news, mails, and discover those differences which can gather us. Thank you again. We wish you each of you hope and serenity, and I hand over to Christain, our lovely Senantes Major. With the translator named
Alain.
Alain is fidèle, you don't know, you don't remember. Yes, but very fidèle.
Oh, that's
Great.
And we are very pleased to meet him.
Please accept my message in French. Parce que 10 ans plus tard, je ne parle toujours pas anglais.
Well, 10 years after, I still don't speak English.
Go closer.
Madame Jennifer Hanley, maire de Nanton. Monsieur John Blake, ancien maire de Nanton. David et Leslie Birel. Mesdames et messieurs, chers amis. Gaetan Deffontaines, si, et moi-même sommes très heureux et très honorés de nous trouver parmi vous aujourd'hui.
Madame Jennifer Hanley, oh, sorry.
Get
Mayor
close.
Nanton, Mayor Nanton. Mr. John Blake, former mayor of Nanton. David and Leslie Birrell. Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends. Gaetan Deffontaines and myself are very happy and honored to be among you today. Oh, pardon.
Oui. Parce que depuis 10 ans maintenant, ça marche pas. Ça marche? Oui. Parce que depuis 10 ans maintenant, cette relation très particulière existe entre la ville de Nanton et notre village de France, Senantes.
For it's been 10 years now that this relationship, very special relationship, does exist between the city of Nanton and our village in France, in Senantes.
Promouvoir le jumelage de nos localités, aussi éloignées soient-elles, mais reliées par un profond souvenir, avait été une idée merveilleuse, initiée par David, que je remercie vivement.
To promote the twinning of our two communities, so remotely separated, but bound by a deep souvenir, had been a marvelous idea initiated by David, whom I thank very vividly.
Mercredi, nous avons visité les immensités de Nanton et sa région, avec comme guide particulier John Blake. Il nous disait que si vous aviez, vous, un très grand pays, nous avions une grande histoire, nous.
Okay. Wednesday, we've visited the immense lands of Nanton and region around Nanton with a special guide, John Blake. He was telling us that if you had a huge land, you had a great history.
Eh bien, depuis ce 4 août 1944, notre histoire est commune. Tout d'abord par le sacrifice de tous ces Canadiens venus défendre notre liberté, et plus encore par celui du commandant Yann Balzaget, qui perdit la vie dans notre village aux commandes de son Lancaster.
And ever since this 4th of August 1944, our history is common, first of all, by the sacrifice of the young Canadians who had come to free us, and furthermore, by the sacrifice of Commandant Yann Balzaget, who lost his life in our village, commanding his Lancaster.
Depuis ce jour tragique, Yann repose dans notre cimetière et nous entretenons son souvenir, car nous arrivons dans une décennie charnière où la mémoire de ces faits de guerre vont devenir de l'histoire.
since this tragic day, Jan has been resting in our cemetery, and we keep his souvenir. We are reaching a kind of transition where memory are becoming history, where memory of the facts are becoming history.
Aussi, j'espère que cela permettra aux jeunes générations de ne pas oublier le courage, la détermination et le sacrifice de ces jeunes gens venus défendre notre liberté.
So, I hope this will permit young generations, or help young generations, to not forget the courage, the determination, and the sacrifice of these young people who had come for liberty.
Pour conclure, je voudrais remercier tous ceux qui nous ont accompagnés pendant notre séjour canadien. Alain et Brigitte Ducatel à Calgary, David et Leslie, et bien entendu John à Nanton, et Madame Jennifer Hanley, maire de Nanton, ainsi que tous les gens du muséum. Grâce à vous tous, nous avons passé un séjour merveilleux dans votre pays, beau pays, Canada. Thank you.
To conclude, I'd like to thank those who were with us during our stay in Canada, David and Leslie Birrell, and of course, John in Nanton, Mrs. Jennifer Hanley, Mayor of Nanton, and also the people of the museum, all the volunteers. I forget about myself and Brigitte. Thanks to you all. We've had a wonderful séjour among you and your wonderful country, Canada. Thank you so much.